polish 10 toes down. Yeah. Good back and shawty, don't look down. Tattoo peeking through the see-through. Yeah. Body be the color, I see you. I see you. Used to be in love, now your life fuck Cupid. Hate to be a rag, so that nigga feel stupid. Coming through the ground, trying to figure out where you've been. All they need to know is that you're outside. Watching real time, ain't too live. Easily adjust to your new life. Since you let loose, you been too tight. Tight. No place to unknown defense. You don't need a man, got your own defense. Don't keep money, these grown men. Had a week, a month, they sleeping. Pussy so good, gotta sleep in. Arch your back at knees and bring them in. I never get enough, never get enough. I never get enough, never get enough. Way too many fall in your direction. Choices like testing, just selective. Yeah, that ass too swole and I'm tryna grab that. If you get too close, tell that nigga back. He been calling your phone, we don't call back. Let him know it's his fault and you need to fall back. Used to be in love, now your life fuck Cupid. Hate to be a rag, so that nigga feel stupid. Coming through the ground, tryna figure out where you've been. All they need to know is that you're outside. Watching real time, while you too live. Easily adjusting to your new life. Since you let loose, you're too tight. Now you came here alone, I wanna take a back home. Wanna show us some real ones. I'ma call you on the phone and get you off alone. All you need to know is you're outside. Now bring it back for me one time. I never get enough, never get enough. I never get enough, never get enough. Never get enough, never get enough.
Oh shoot, that is today, ain't it? Well, crib ain't exactly up to par, but I gotta get this done anyway. Welcome to my crib. Now, this is a very special tour because this is actually my first apartment that I've paid the sole rent for. All the other apartments that I had that I lived in when I was in Tallahassee, it was always a roommate that I lived with, usually went half or however it divided into, and I didn't have the majority of, the utilities. This, I have all the utilities, Wi-Fi, gas, all that good stuff, as well as the rent. So it's all on me to make it happen. Actually doing that showed me a different side of myself and let me know I was mature enough to do this adulting thing on my own. Now, luckily in Savannah, rent isn't that high. It's probably about the same as it is in Tallahassee as far as the average rent, but also I didn't want to go too crazy living on my own. So when I got here and kind of toured different places, there was a good amount of options that, I had, but this particular apartment complex was luckily the first one that I actually visited, as well as being the cheapest with the most space. So that was one thing that I was looking for and, I'm grateful for. Now, one thing about it, the main reason it's probably the cheapest with the most space is because this apartment complex probably isn't the most updated. It's been through a lot of hands as far as management is concerned and ownership. So that's probably a good reason as far as why, it was such an attractive offer. I will say, for the most part, even though it isn't as updated as, the other apartment complexes that I've toured, I would for sure say it's decent enough for you to get your, feet under you and everything, and to get a good start as far as living on your own is concerned. Now, with full transparency, when I got here, the rent was around $1,100 to $1,200. And now that I'm living here, of course, it's upped in pay because I've been here for about 3 years, coming up on October, and it's about $1,300, $1,350 around that price. So it's not too bad, but it is an increase with no updates, no renovations. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. But while I've been here, of course, I've gotten raises, and that's kind of offsetted the difference in price. But I still wouldn't want any increase in price, especially with no differences in the apartments. But without further ado, we're gonna get started with this tour, and we're gonna make it into the bedroom. So let's go. Now, as you can see, I have a good bit of space in my bedroom, which is a big bonus because I can do pretty much any type of configuration that I want to. Now, the majority of space is taken up, of course, by my bed. And this little large area, I kind of carved out to do, you know, a little bit of stretching, workout in the morning if I want to do it in my bedroom, because I usually do it in the living room, but I have the space for it to do it in here. Pretty much just come in here, go to sleep, stretch in the mornings and at night. If I have time before I go to sleep, watch a little bit of TV, and pretty much that's it. Now, when it comes to storage in this room, the majority of storage is pretty much in my closet, as well as this cube organizer and my dresser drawer that sits my TV. Now, here is pretty much just, you know, my underwear, t-shirts, gym wear, socks, things like that. Now, because I have two closets, this closet in particular is basically just my dress clothes, dress shoes, pants, things like that, of course, as well as some of the stuff that I use to get ready and get my clothes ready, like my iron, steamer, my fabric shaver remover and stuff like that, and all the extra clothes that I don't have space for in this room. So yeah, man, it's nothing too serious, nothing crazy, gets the job done, and something that I'm grateful for because it definitely still has a little bit of room in case I need to add some more stuff. So now I ended up getting this cube organizer, of course, at Target, because it's literally right up the street. So it's kind of easy and obvious choice to go search for storage and different things to put my clothes in. So that was the first thing that I got when I got here. Now, as you can see here, this is pretty much my dresser drawer that I use for my t-shirts, gym shorts, other pants, and any other extras that I don't have space for in my closet, as well as my cube organizer. Now, luckily, I actually got this dresser for free because while I was in Tallahassee, people throw things away or either sell them. And one thing about it, I find deals. Ended up getting this and bringing it over to Savannah, and it's been serving me well. I try not to spend unnecessary money, especially when I just need something to get the job done. And for the most part, it's gotten the job done. Now, another thing that I got for free in here is this actual glass desk. Now, I originally used this as my main office desk to, you know, house my computer and my monitor and things like that. But recently upgraded, well, not too recent, and ended up not feeling like, you know, I needed to throw this away. Wanted to find another use for it, and for the most part, it's found a home in my bedroom as pretty much somewhere that I put my clothes on that I need to fold and, you know, throw in a washer, dryer, stuff like that. So it's served me well in that aspect. Now, I probably won't take it with me when I get into my next apartment because it's just unnecessary, and I want to get to a different aesthetic when I get there. But like I said, it served me well. And as you can see, got my laundry baskets underneath because, like I said, when I need to throw something in the washer dryer, just gotta pick it up, throw it in there. And actually, when I do get it back from the laundry, I can actually just go ahead, put it on the table, fold it, put it in the dresser, or put it in my cube organizer. So it's a good little system. Now, for the main part about the bedroom, my bed. Now, I probably had this bed for longer than I needed to. Probably had this in the last 2 or 3 apartments that I've actually lived in. But like I said, if I don't need to necessarily upgrade it immediately, probably won't, and it's done me well because I actually got the bed frame as well as the bed itself from Amazon. The bed frame is a simple off the ground black metal bed frame that is probably the cheapest that you can find on Amazon, and the bed itself is a memory foam that I don't know how much it was, probably around 200 upwards of 300, probably not more than that. Now underneath is a good bit of room and storage space that I actually put my suitcase as well as my duffel bags, you know, for traveling. And that's pretty much all that's under there for right now. So it's pretty much the bedroom. Oh, and last but not least, I also have this little bedside table that is actually a set with the dresser it has. So you can see it's the same handles, same color scheme, and pretty much don't really use it for much. Got my chargers on there, my little knickknacks, like for stuff like my Apple Watch and stuff, and all the other things that I don't really need to get to in a quick phase. Now for the bathroom and the hallway. Now, as you can see, it's not much to my hallway. It's pretty much the only hallway in my entire apartment because it's only but 700 or so square feet, and it's the entry to my bedroom, home office, as well as my bathroom. And it also has my linen closet here. And the linen closet itself, it's kind of janky because this little door, which it was easier to pull out and push back in, but pretty much houses, of course, my towels, linens and stuff, as well as my haircut and clipper stuff, because you know I cut my own hair, as well as my cleaning supplies that I use on a weekly basis. So it's not much to it. If anybody else has any suggestions as far as making it more efficient, let me know. Now on to my bathroom, which I probably spend 20 to 30% of my time in because it's gone up, especially the fact that I cut my own hair. So whenever I'm in here, I'm probably cutting my hair for a good hour and a half, depending on the style that I'm going for and detailing of the fade, of course. As you can see here, this is my pull-up bar that I've had in all of my apartments. From the first apartment that I've ever went to in College Club to University Green, because if you know, you know. But yeah, man, had this bad boy, as you can see, got the duct tape on it because it's been through some stuff. Haven't needed to trade it in or upgrade or anything because it's still useful, because it still holds my weight, and I've been able to definitely get my lats right and my back right as far as many pull-ups as I've done, because boy, it's definitely been a lot. Now, as far as my bathroom is concerned, it's not much you can really do in here because it's pretty much sink, toilet, bathroom, of course, and it's kind of a, you know, not too much room, so it's only really a good amount of space for one person, and I've definitely made the most out of it. Cause got this shelf that I actually got from Target. Without this, I wouldn't have no space or anywhere to put all my, you know, essentials, which is my colognes, my deodorants, lotions, moisturizers, hair care products, as well as my stuff that I use for my toilet. Cause of course you got the air freshener, as well as some flushable wipes. Well, not necessarily flushable wipes, but wet wipes. Even as a dude, you're not really taking your hygiene as serious as you should. But yeah, man, wet wipes, game changer. Now, two things that I actually recommend that I don't think is necessarily as typical as it probably should be, but for one, an actual dedicated broom, something to sweep up in here, because like I said, I cut my hair, so I get use out of this a lot as far as sweeping up my hair and making sure I don't necessarily have to always mop and vacuum. So this is one thing I recommend, as well as this foldable stool. Now, I'm not gonna say what I use it for, but if you know, you know. Oh, and an honorable mention that I feel like not too many people have, but they probably could. It's kind of like a 50-50 thing. It's a weight scale. Because me being into fitness as much as I am, and my metabolism being the way it is, my weight fluctuates a lot. So this is the best way that I can track it and actually see if I'm making progress or if I'm regressing. So the actual digital weight scale is a must. Now, for many people who aren't familiar with barbering, let alone cutting your own hair, one thing that you need is a self-cut mirror. Now, the funny thing is, I'm not even necessarily sure barbers who actually professionally cut hair cut their own hair, but if you do, you're definitely skilled to a certain extent for sure. Now, this is a must-have because when I started out, I didn't have this. I didn't want to, break the bank as far as buying this, because when I first started, I didn't have the skills to know whether or not I would be able to actually get to a certain level where I like to cut my own hair, especially full time. So before I had this, I actually jimmy rigged like a long wall mirror to my actual bathroom door at a certain point, and I was actually using a small handheld mirror to get those back angles and everything. After that, had to upgrade to the self-cut system, and it's been serving me oh so well. I actually ended up getting the self-cut clipper and trimmer system as well as this, and I ended up getting twice because ended up losing the first set of clippers. Clippers did so well as far as the quality and the price, so ended up buying those again to use on myself. And after I got used to the actual practice of cutting my own hair, upgraded to the wall clippers as well as the Amenties detailers. So if you want to save some money, learning how to cut your hair will definitely put some more money back in your pocket. Now, last but not least, we have the shower, of course. And luckily, from seeing all the other showers in apartments that I actually was able to tour, this is probably one of the most upgraded showers and baths that they have at this apartment complex. But the only thing that wasn't up to par with my liking was the actual shower head. I got this from Home Depot, and it's an actual detachable, because whenever I need to clean the actual tub, this is the only way I could do it and do it efficiently. So whenever I'm not using it, of course, to wash myself, I'm cleaning the tub and rinsing it down. So it's an easy, simple system. Now, the other addition that I had to add to my actual shower was this shower caddy, which of course has the basics: hair care products, washing my face whenever I'm in the shower because it's efficient that way, and of course the stuff to clean your body with. Not much to it, simple system, simple way that I wash myself and take care of my cleanliness. So off to the next room. As we make our way to the kitchen, you can see not much space in here. It's pretty much about the same size as my bathroom, unfortunately, but being as it's my first apartment, I just needed this space to get the usual stuff done, of course. But one thing about it, I'm gonna make it my own. Now, to make this as short and sweet as possible, pretty much just gonna go around here because this will make most sense. Now, in these cabinets here, it's pretty much my extra cooking metal. I don't know what you would categorize this as, but stuff that I use in my oven. My breakfast meals, quick breakfast meals that is, because I got like granola bars, Belvitas, my oatmeal, pancake mix, grits, all that good stuff, as well as my muscle milk actual pro mass gainer, because that's my protein shake secret recipe, of course, as well as, you know, my other stuff, my dry goods, noodles, rice, sauces, canned goods, and other appliances that I have room for. Oh, and also my apron, because I'm a chef, of course. Moving on to, you know, how I clean my stuff. Got my cleaning supplies, of course, under the actual sink itself. My filters, vinegar, dish soap, nothing too crazy. But here I have my NutriBullet, stuff that I use, of course, to clean the dishes. My water filter that gives me free water that I can actually drink. Because for the most part, have this as well as my other pitcher filter, so I can double filter my water just to be safe. My actual drying rack, because clearly it's not enough space for a dishwasher, because, you know, as black people, we don't even use a dishwasher for real. That's really just a drying rack anyway. Now here I got some extra stuff, Tupperware, stuff that I use to, you know, make my smoothies, aluminum foil, parchment paper, Ziploc bags, as well as this bad boy that I use to, you know, kind of speed up the vegetable chopping process, which if you don't have, I definitely recommend, because it's helped me a lot whenever I didn't feel like doing individual stuff, and it's kind of speed up the process a good 10%, I would say. More Tupperware, of course. Got my measuring stuff here. Got my spices here in the obvious space it would go. My actual stuff that I use to eat on. My pots, pans, stuff like that. Up here, extra space for some bigger pots and pans. Of course, you know, eating utensils and cooking utensils as well. Here, extra storage for pots and pans that I don't use. And just to go around here again, like I said, got my secret weapon here for my rice, the pressure cooker, which I didn't know could actually be used to actually make rice. So that was something that blew my mind, because it's the only use that I get out of it realistically. Air fryer, toaster oven, got my food scale, of course, because being that I'm so in tune with my health and wellness, like everybody else should, gotta, you know, track the macros, grams, all that good stuff to make sure I'm getting my protein, fats, carbs, all that good stuff. Now, honorable mention, got my coffee maker here. Now, I initially got this for my actual work office because at one point our coffee maker went down and we didn't have a replacement for a good month. So I thought it would be a nice gesture to actually replace it myself, bring it in the office, and save the day. But they actually get in a replacement right before I got this, so ended up bringing this home, getting some use out of it. But after a while, tried to just kick coffee for a little bit, because in addition to getting it every morning at work and drinking it here, kind of got addicted to it, and I didn't want to do that. So kind of cut down on that, and it's kind of just been sitting. For the most part, here you can see got my cups and stuff, shot glasses, as well as, you know, some supplements, vitamins, medication that I had when I was incapacitated a little bit. Is that the right word? Probably not, but it's pretty much the medication that I got when I had my Achilles injury. But yeah, man, pretty much just got my creatine and extra stuff. And of course, last but not least, we got the refrigerator. Now, when I originally moved in here, the refrigerator was very awkward to use because it opened up from this side towards the entryway. Now, I ended up remembering that you can actually switch the orientation and placement of the handles to actually make it more efficient depending on where the majority of your stuff is and how you work in your kitchen. So instead of it opening up that way, we open it up towards the majority of our use in the actual kitchen. So one thing that I was very cognizant of, and if you need a handyman, I got you. But that's pretty much the kitchen, of course, not much to it. But as an honorable mention, the only thing else that I use in conjunction with the kitchen is, of course, trash can that I got from Walmart, as well as this little caddy that is a game changer when it comes to cleaning your space. Because like you can see here, got all my quick cleaning supplies that I need to get in a moment's notice, as well as, you know, towels and steam cleaner, all that other good stuff. So I would definitely recommend get you one of these. Now moving on to probably where I spend 70 to 80% of my time, my home office. And as you can see, probably the most decorated, most efficient use of the space in each room. And I definitely get my use out of it for sure. As you can see, got the whiteboard, of course, for, you know, writing down tasks, things that I need to do on a daily basis, and just quick ideas that, you know, come to mind. As well as my calendar, of course. You need to write down to-do lists, things that I have upcoming that I need to remember, that I just need to see versus actually having on my phone, because I like to write things down as well as put stuff, you know, on my actual phone calendar. That kind of just keeps me more accountable as far as getting certain things done, because I like to check things off, because I don't know, kind of a dopamine boost to see stuff that I planned on doing that I actually accomplished. And one thing that I added to my decor that is very important to me is my nip poster, because I got this when I was in Tallahassee. It's one quote that I've definitely taken to heart, and I feel like it's probably gonna always be a guiding principle in my life. And that's simply, instead of trying to build a brick wall, lay a brick every day. Eventually, you'll look up and you'll have a brick wall. Now, I'm not 100% sure Nip was the first person to say that, because I've actually heard Will Smith say that as well. And it's probably just a saying that it's been going around for decades or centuries or so. But more than anything, you know that it means a lot, because people who actually have a plan and goals actually think of the big picture more than they think the actual actionable steps. So that's one thing that definitely made me actually sit down and think about what I want to do and the things that I needed to do step by step to accomplish those goals. Avoid analysis paralysis at all costs. Now, to continue with the decor, you know, aspect of this room, it's pretty much my little flags that I got. I don't know where I got these from, but pretty much represent the teams and the stuff that I support, of course. One being my NFL favorite team, America's team at that, the Dallas Cowboys, as well as my alma mater, man, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. Can't have a room without, you know, something that shows, you know, that I bleed orange and green. But other than those two, I also have my LED lights that I actually got from the TikTok shop, and pretty much got this just as a backdrop for my streams, because, you know, gotta spice it up whenever I'm doing stuff. And as you can see, it's in, you know, a configured shape that was very unique to who I am, of course. I've gotten definitely a couple compliments on it because it's something that not too many LED lights can do. And this one in particular can pretty much be one color, different colors, of course, change, as well as having little patterns and stuff. So see there, got that. Got a little snake system. It's cool. Very, very, you know, creative as far as what I can do with it. But I pretty much have it on one solid color for the majority of the time, and it's either green or blue, which is my favorite color. But finish off this portion of the room. Whoa. As you can see, it's kind of a little janky, like I said. They haven't upgraded this in a while, clearly. So, you know, certain things happen like this. But it's pretty much my extra clothes, shoes, storage, cold weather stuff, and that's pretty much it. Also got my hats in here that I wish I could display, but there's really no point in displaying them right now because I don't really wear them as often and kind of want to upgrade my hats as well. So not much to the closet. Now, moving on to the extra bed that I have, because this is basically my second bedroom because this is a 2-1. So I actually have a twin bed that I was gifted by one of my family friends who actually lives here in Savannah. He was actually a blessing in disguise because, first of all, didn't realize he lived here, and he's helped me with a lot of certain things, like especially when it came to my Achilles, the free furniture, because I actually have this bed as well as the dining table that I have in my actual living room there, and he's just been a great person to have as a resource. But yeah, man, got this bed, been using it whenever, you know, I have company over here, and serving me well. Now, one of my favorite pieces in here is actually something that I probably shouldn't even have, which is actual storage locker. Now, for those who know, they know where I got it from. Pretty much use it as storage for my books, files, and other stuff that I don't necessarily need up front and out on my desk and stuff. And it's also can double as a actual locker because it has a locker mechanism that I can actually use a lock for. So probably gonna take this everywhere I go, and it's always gonna get use out of it. So probably never gonna sell it unless I get something that's better, but I love it to death because it's just unique. Something that not too many people have, and I can say I have. So now, last but not least, we of course have my desk set up, as well as some extra storage that I have to house my camera equipment, electronics, documents, stuff like that. So it's pretty much as clean and organized as it's gonna get, because don't have much space in here, like I said, but I've organized it to the best of my ability, and it's as good as it's gonna get, like I said. Getting back to the most important aspect of this space is the desk setup, of course. Now, I actually got this standing desk off of Facebook Marketplace because, like I said before, I'm a man who loves a good deal. And I got this, I think, for around $150, I think, compared to the crazy prices that standing desk goes for now. Because the ones that I was looking at on Amazon was upwards of $500 to $1,000. And I'm not in that space to need an actual, like, expensive standing desk. I just needed one to get the actual use of a standing desk. So got this, like I said, off Facebook Marketplace. Deassembled it when I got it, reassembled it here, cleaned it up, and it's been getting great use out of me for sure. And here we got the living room. As you can see, Of course, the main part is the couch. And this one in particular, I got from Wayfair on an awesome deal. I think it was probably around $500, something around there, I think. And you can see by the spaces in between them, it's a modular couch. Now, one thing that I was looking for when it came to a couch was that flexibility of, you know, being able to configure it different ways. So, funny thing is, my sister actually has the exact same couch, but I had it first. Not saying she followed me, but I mean, what can we say? But yeah, man, like I said, wanted the modular couch and definitely wanted a neutral color. So I went with gray, and for the most part, that's pretty much like the overall theme of my entire apartment. It's pretty much grays, browns, and somewhat blues and blacks, but yeah, man, other than that, it's really just mainly gray. Ended up getting these little pillows from, I think, Target or Marshall's, one of the two. No, actually, it was actually Sam's. That's where I got them from, because they had a little deal going on and they were surprisingly comfortable. Right here, it's an actual warming blanket or electric blanket, and I actually was gifted this on Christmas by my sister. Don't really use it as far as warming me up, because it's typically hot majority of the time in Savannah, and during the colder months I don't really need to have it on because my body temperature is usually regulated by myself, so it's just regular cover at this point. Right here you can see we have the coffee table, which is a basic, just put it in the middle, little storage on the bottom, good nice space on top. As you can see, put my controllers there, coaster, candles, and remotes, and that's pretty much all I have on top. Now, this was also a free piece when it came to decorating my actual space. Can't remember exactly where I got it from, but as the theme goes, I got it while I was in Tallahassee and brought it here to Savannah. I got this as well as my two entryway stands that I have over there, that basically I've just put my, you know, keys, little knickknacks, wallets, and anything else that I just need to quickly throw down and then quickly pick up whenever I'm leaving. Now, moving on to my secondary couch, which is actually a futon. It was used as my first couch when I actually moved in. It actually lays completely flat as if it's just a bed, which obviously that's what a futon does. But yeah, man, it was very useful as my very first thing to put in here as furniture before I got this off Wayfair. And it comes with another little use out of it, where basically some cup holders in the middle, so it's very versatile. Now, as you can see here, some more storage when it comes to this apartment, and honestly I love it because basically where I put all my little boxes that I get from Amazon and anything that I need as far as, you know, storage boxes is concerned, of course. Basically got my tools, any appliances that I can fit in here, my car stuff, and any other, you know, decor that I don't necessarily need to hang up. Not much to it. Right here, honestly, just some stuff I need to throw away or give away or even sell. So probably gonna put this up on Facebook Marketplace as well as the couch, because I'm not taking that with me to my next apartment. If you need any stuff, check out my Facebook. Should be decent prices. You know, I'm gonna give y'all some deals, but definitely be on the lookout for this couch as well as this other stuff that I'm gonna put on there. Now, right here is the actual dining table that I was mentioning before when it came to the furniture that I got for free from my family friend that lives here in Savannah. Now, I get a lot of use out of this, especially on the weekends, particularly on Sunday mornings, because whenever I cook breakfast, don't want to eat it anywhere else but here, because it's typically in the morning time around 10 o'clock, 11. And whenever I'm eating, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna watch, you know, church online and everything. And whenever I'm done with that, take a little time to read a little bit, as well as people watch out of the window right here. But like I said, it gets a lot of use out of me. It was honestly a surprise, so real grateful for it. Now right here, as you can see, is my actual workout bench. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace because I needed something as far as the home gym is concerned. Something to basically use for my dumbbell benching, ab work, incline bench, rows, all types of stuff that you can, do with the actual bench. Here you can see, got my kettlebells, dumbbells, yoga mat, sliding discs, as well as my actual easy curl bar. Now, it's a lot more when it comes to my actual home gym setup. I already showed you my pull-up bar, but it's a lot of different stuff that I use whenever I'm in here, because, gotta get a workout at any point, anytime. So this definitely helps. If y'all need any items or a list to, help you actually make your own home gym setup, let me know. I can get you some. Now, right here, you can see this is my TV setup. Very basic, very straight to the point. Nothing fancy about it. Right here, got my LG TV. Had to mount that bad boy because putting it on here, not a good idea, because I need a space for, of course, my systems, which of course is basically how I watch anything if I'm actually in the living room, because we don't pay for cable. Ended up mounting this bad boy on my own, of course, which I would not recommend, because if you have a bigger TV, you definitely not gonna be able to put it on the actual mount itself. But I'm a handyman in my spare time, so wasn't too hard. Now, these are the only ways I actually watch anything, because I can get internet, actually get on the internet to actually go to, my websites that I watch different stuff on, because we don't pay for cable at all. Ended up getting this large mirror for the living room, of course, and fit checks, of course. Ended up getting this on a little slight deal from Amazon, because for some reason it's a little wonky. It's not very stable. Probably need to go to Home Depot to get some replacement screws, but it wasn't a big deal. I'm gonna do it at some point, but it wasn't very necessary right now. But yeah, man, that's basically the living room setup. Nothing crazy, nothing special. Wish I could do a lot more to it, but definitely giving me some ideas for my next space, of course. Now, what I will say about this apartment, doesn't get too much light, especially, when it comes to my filming and everything. So I'm gonna probably have to up the exposure on these clips, especially the ones towards the actual windows, but it's okay for right now. Oh, and almost forgot some honorable mentions as far as the decor in the actual living room. My actual shoe rack that I got from, I think, Marshall's, it definitely saves me a lot of space and makes it a lot more organized when it comes to my shoes and other people's shoes, because I try not to wear a lot of outside shoes when it comes to this, because it's majority carpet, and I try to avoid vacuuming as much as I can, but really can't avoid it. But we got that, as well as the FAMU flag. That was also a gift from a little sister, surprisingly. She got me a lot of good stuff that I actually use. Just another way to rep my alma mater, of course, and it's been a staple in a lot of my videos, because FAMU is universal, is worldwide now, and got a rep. And I also got this little basketball goal. Oh, that's a horrible shot. There we go. But I also got this little basketball goal that I don't really use as much, but it's something to have whenever I got guests over. You can do a little wager, just have fun a little bit, but it's a nice little addition to my space just to give it a little bit more flavor. Now that's pretty much the actual apartment, man. That's everything I can really show you, other than, the complex gym as well as a pool. Because that's really the only other interesting parts about this actual, complex. So let's get to it. Now, as you can see here, we got the pool, which for the majority of the time is never open when you want to use it. You can see right here, we got the locks, and honestly, haven't really got much use out of it since I've been here. Probably only used it once or twice, if that. When it opened, it actually wasn't even able to be used until like maybe 3 months to 6 months after they got finished constructing it. It's really been an annoying thing to deal with, especially with the office. All right, now right next to it, as you can see, is the actual complex gym, which, similar to the pool, has horrible usage time because you can only use it when the actual office is open, which is 9 to 5 like everybody else's job. So it's really stupid because nobody is able to use it because the majority of people is at work. So you can really only use it if you're lucky to get off early like I am on a Friday. So that's generally when I use it. But luckily it's open right now, so I can actually give you a quick tour of it inside. So let's get it. Now, as you can see, it's not much to the actual gym itself. You can see you got the cable machine here, you got dumbbells right there, of course, the elliptical, treadmill, bike, nothing crazy. Now, if I was able to use it 24/7, this would probably be, you know, my main gym, to be honest with you, because I don't need much space and much equipment to get a good workout in, especially with the stuff that I do. Not really much else to it. Typically, only me in here when I am in here, pretty much. It's perfect whenever I'm actually able to get in here before they close the actual office. So whenever I am in here, typically get some content because I'm usually the only person in here, so it's perfect. Probably not really gonna let y'all know where this is until I actually move. So if you're watching this probably 2-3 months after this has been posted, it'll probably be in the description below. And it's probably only gonna be useful if you actually stay here in Savannah. But yeah, man, that's the end of the apartment tour. Hopefully you liked it enough to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit those post notifications, of course, so you're in tune with the next videos that I upload. Drop in the comments below what else y'all want me to, you know, make a video about. It could be whole different types of topics, you know. I'm open. Other than that, man, we gone.